Coucou les coucous! De retour à Songs of Conquest, si je me trompe pas. Source of Riches, alright. On était dans la première mission. A crowd of peasants led by a village elder came out to greet Cecilia as her force entered Flint Hills. I have defeated the rebels and restored Flint Hills to the protection of Stoutheart. Yes, this is my duty. Now, who among you would tell me what happened? Those knights and their soldiers appeared recently and armed all the local troublemakers. They seized our quarries and mines and started sending the shipments south toward Barkspur, where their patrons wait. None of you stood against them? None of you sent word to the local warden or Springhold? No, milady. We were afeared for our lives. We sent a messenger to Hope's Glade to warn them and to ask for help, but the messenger never returned. Remember this moment the next time you are made to the offer of independence. I will always protect the barony from threats within and without. Join my force and together we will restore order to this territory. We'll heed the call to arms of Stoutheart, as we did for your fathers before you. They are able-bodied recruits in peasants' huts. Out of movement. Oh. Okay, back I have this peasant hut. Source of troop, source of power, source of riches, source of riches, riches, source of power. Alright. Ça m'a coûté combien ça? 7500 je pense? Pool is empty. Ok. Latest was... A simple steel helm often used by archers of early on. Got the defense. Got the stone. Giving 2 stone each turn. There's 5 mouvements de duration 2 turns. Ok, il n'y a rien en arrière là. Investigate Hope's Glade. Shows the way. Shows the way to where? Knowledge, power, riches, power, riches, power. Forward Scout. The small band of Cecilia Scouts stood waiting alongside the road. Lady Stoutheart, Corporal Greenwood. Corporal Greenwood, we've come from your warden, Torn the Cliff. As per your command, your troops are concealed at the forest's edge. Well, this is not the forest edge. These troops are camped within the Tenderwell. You may have disturbed the Fae. Fae, milady? Surely the Fae are only a myth, superstition for the country folks. Did my ancestors sign a covenant with mythological creatures? The covenant of leaves still standing. We must make sacrifices or break the peace. Consider what we must forfeit for the first being to atone for your errors. I await your judgment. My life is yours. Death would serve no one. If I remember my history, there's an offering tree southwest of here. We'll try to reason with them. Join up, Corporal. I need all of my troops, even the one who makes mistakes. Your loyal servant, Lady Stoutheart. This strange mushroom full of berserker rage. With power, the defense, this defense, deux mouvements, one battle. Yay, I got an old pair of boots that I found. Ah, that's for ça, c'est des... Ouais, c'est ça, c'est out of... Ouais, c'est super bon, c'est out of combat. Fair. Range phase. Flying creature of the tender wild with bat-like wings, long claws, and sharp teeth swooped and buzzed before the offering tree. They wore strange masks and screeched at Ciliander troop. Humans, be gone! You wish to leave an offering for our trespass of the forest, as it stated in the ancient covenant between us. Stand aside, little spirit. I would do my duty. No humans, no never. Do not trifle with them. I am Stoutheart and B. Do not trifle with me. Stoutheart, and by the agreement I seek to make amends. If you continue to impede my passage to the offering tree, I will draw arms and put you out of your misery. You are misery. So be it. Spin, 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 spin. Right. 8, 8, 11, 12, 5, 23, 2 Chaos Essence. Des Essence, ouais. T'as combien de mouvements? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ça veut dire que t'es capable de venir taper jusqu'ici. Ça semble que c'est pas loin. Ok. Yes, master, yes! Dead, ouais. Il est en train de reloader, fait qu'il peut pas pitcher sa flèche. Oh, j'ai perdu tous mes archers. The offering tree was the most unusual tree Cecilia had ever seen. Her friend, Vilja of Thornicliffe, has described them once, but it had not done them justice. The branches were smooth and glossy and seemed to be lit from within. The leaves tinkled like tiny bells in the breeze, and most uncommon, the tree gave off the aroma of warm, spiced cider, like her mother would give her when she was small. Fae of the forest, for trespass upon your woods, we offer compensation. For these fairy spirit slayings I ask forgiveness. They could not be reasoned with. Let our feast be everlasting. Barian mercenaries, risky. A bevy of pikemen, pikeneers, a troop of musketeers. As Cecilia examined this strange arch, she noticed that it was almost warm to the touch and had a slight vibration. She studied many strange rooms from the time of Aurelia, but never one that seemed so alive. Beaucoup d'XP, I guess. Je suis content de ne pas avoir perdu l'opportunité. Ok, il y a 3 trucs ici. Cinq defense. Protection against their own melee weapons. The ground shield is favored by many warriors. Baron mercenaries. Guarding the road was a large force of mercenaries hailing from the merchant states of Baria. Turn back. The road is open for the ore shipment from Flint Hills only. You are a stranger to these lands, or you would know me as the lawful Baroness Stoutheart. I do not recall a declaration of war from Barian city-states. Therefore, you are thieves and trespasser. What other crime shall I add to the list? We have committed no crimes. We are honorable mercenaries, here on contract and merely following orders. Avoid contract as it is not with me. You have my ores, therefore you are thieves. You will return it. Tell me who hired you, and maybe I will ransom you back to your employers. We are not afraid to fight you, Stoutheart, but be warned, our contracts state that no one wearing Stoutheart colors are to be spared on the battlefields. On the field of battle. Of course, if you turn around now, we can avoid this battle. Never. You shall be treated as criminal, and my sword will deliver justice for breaking our laws. And unfortunately, we must battle. Et on convient de mousquetaires, eux autres là. Pas que ça me fait peur, mais il y a une raison pourquoi j'ai fait un quick save. Ok. Let's lock him down. Aïe. C'est ça, 20. On va tuer 6 à toute la gang. Out. comprends pas encore le range correctement. Comment le lire, là? Hmm. 20, puis lui en a perdu 55. Hope's Glade. The Steel Troop searched the smoking remain of Hope's Glade, looking for survivors. The townfolk had clearly put up a fight, and for that they had suffered. From the rubble they heard a moan, and they uncovered a gravely injured militiaman. Lady Stoutheart, we held as long as we could. We had to retreat. They were too strong. Who did this? Barians? Troop of Barian mercenaries marched on towards Barkspur. But it were knights that attacked us. Men of Arleon setting fire to our homes, taking no surrender. All we could do was flee to the hills north of here. The wounded man tried to speak, then fell limp. His eye glazed over as the last sliver of strength left his body. His essence is in the wind, but Stoutheart will stand. Come, there are survivors here yet. Let's search the hill before we journey south to Barkspur. It's time to put an end to this. Sure, wait. Let's go that way. Dead commander. Time to come, we're sold for some gold. I'm on defense. Chiquita road sign? Non. Ou je peux checker une fois partout peut-être. Source of troops. Source of power. Source of riches. As they reached the top of the hill, they found a sturdy tavern and the suit-covered injured and scared survivors of Hope Glade. From among them a minstrel stood and greeted Cecilia. Hell, do my eyes deceive? The Baroness of Stoutheart to grant reprieve. If you mean to avenge these foul knights, then we brave soul would join your fight. And with your aid, Stoutheart will stand, returning peace and order to the land. Spell damage resistant to friendly troop. Creation and chaos. Human musicians. Chose que je veux checker, j'ai dessus. Non, je veux pas y aller, là, mais. Si je vois là, ça va être disparu. Out of movement. Alright. Essence anomaly. The anomaly. All essence. Open bataille. Mystic hermit. Lock camp. Ça 20 minutes. Okay, I cannot go there. Barkspur. Gazing across the lake, Cecilia saw the settlement of Barkspur. It was clearly occupied by another force of Barian mercenaries, this one led by a wielder. She readied her soldier for the final battle to retake this region. Defeat enemy wielder. Niminder Breeze. Aggressors. Threat level fair. A coterie of Piper. A coterie of Musketeer. A coterie of Dreth. Pikeneers. Veteran Pikeneers. Oh, allô? Ok, fait le côté agressant est du côté gauche. Spear wall. Attack the first enemy that moves into melee range. Ça c'est des Dreth, ok. Ça c'est des Musketeers. Vipers, ability, the Jig of Jugs. 5 initiative, helpless, can't retaliate. I've been pacified. I don't know what pacified me. Ok, là je suis en haut à droite. 5 order, quicken. Eh. Est-ce que j'ai une option qui s'appelle range à quelque part? Range 5. Fait que je suis capable de me rendre à lui, mais pas à lui. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pas à lui. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Je me rends. Ouais, je me rends à lui. Pour une raison quelconque. Ah, ok, that's fair. Wow, c'est lui ici qui agit, là. Ouais. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Il était combien de range, ça? 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. T'as un range de 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ok, c'est bon. Je vais en tuer 2 à 3. Je donne juste l'initiative, ce qui me dérange pas trop. 15 à 22, 13 à 20. Qu'est-ce que t'as, toi? Okay, I did the spell. Oh, t'as 2 de range, toi? I mean, yeah, makes sense. Boiling blood. Affected by Pacify. Ability. Boiling Blood. Ouais, je vois pas qu'est-ce que Pacify et Boiling Blood fait. Fait que j'assume que Pacify diminue mon damage de 2 à 4 qui descend de 1 à 3. Can't attack this troop. « 2 à 5, 3 à 5. Il a attaqué en premier. Protection. Ah, ok, il peut casser des spells lui aussi. Derp. Puis moi aussi j'ai des spells là. Make ready. Et voilà. Là. Victory. After the battle, a beaten Nimander breeze is brought before Cecilia. Wilder, we appeal to your honor and beg that we may negotiate a surrender. I am Nimander Breeze of the 4th Battalion and a stranger to these parts. I concede the field and will withdraw my forces. You are indeed a stranger, Barian, or you would know by my colors that I am Baroness Cecilia Stoutheart. Was it your weapons that armed the bandit who caused the uprising at my mines? It was a misunderstanding, Baroness. We were led to believe by our employer that they had a lawful claim on these lands. When we realized our betrayals, we had signed a contract. By the mercenary code, we could not withdraw our services. Reveal to me your employer and their plans. If I am satisfied with your answers, I will spare you. But every Barian of your company must leave my lands immediately. It was Lady Hammond that hired us. The Topaz Battalion is sent to recover Ashbourne. We are grateful for your mercy, Lady Stoutheart. May this deal bring good fortune to each party. J'ai jamais dit que je t'espère. Information is inadequate. I will spare your life and instead send you to prison in Castle Everkeep. There you may contemplate that honor might be worth more than gold. Corporal, this is your chance to redeem yourself for your error in the Tenderwell. Take 2 squads of transport and transport Captain Nimander Breeze to Everkeep until we can arrange for his ransom. You can depend on me, Lady Stoutheart. Game saved. Victory. With Barkspear restored, the Stoutheart rule of law, Cecile gathered her troops once more and set out to pursue the Topaz Battalion and prevent the occupation of Ashbourne. For this, she would need the aid of Vilgiad of Thorncliffe, Warden of Stoutheart and Cecilia, longtime friend.
With grim conviction rose Cecilia,
They follow stuff?
stout heart, to crush rebellions and push back another upstart. Lady Hammond claimed her settlement. Settling, we begin.
Main menu. 2. Responsibility of rule. Je veux retourner au main menu. Je veux faire Campaign Intels. Ok, fait que j'ai fini celle-là, puis là j'ai unlocké la mission numéro 2, is what I understand here. Fait qu'il y a l'air d'avoir 12-16 missions à peu près. With the tragedy at Hope's Glade fresh in our minds, Cecilia Stoutheart set off in swift pursuit of the Barian mercenaries hired by Lady Hammond. She must get to Ashbourne and defend her holdings. There were likely many people in the region still loyal to the Hammond family, so she would need more force before facing the Barian mercenaries. She would call on her friend Vilgiad of Thorncliffe. Vilgiad never backed down from a fight. Alright, on va appeler ça un épisode ici. On a fait au moins une fin de semaine. Je sais pas si je veux continuer à enregistrer. Je sais pas si je veux continuer à jouer sans enregistrer. Je vais déposer le jeu et je vais y penser. Le jeu est quand même intéressant. Mais pour le moment, on va dire au revoir et à bientôt.